welcome to today's first episode. In this episode, we are pleased to welcome Ms. Anna Kozova, Project Officer at AFD, and Ms. Mashal Zabi, GrowEconomy Project Manager. Hello, ladies.
Hello. Hi.
We'll be talking about the GrowEconomy Project, an initiative supporting Syrian refugees and local communities in Jordan by strengthening farmers, producers, and promoting more sustainable economic opportunities. We'll also explore the role of partnerships, including the Royal Society for the Conservation of Nature and the French Development Agency, known as the AFD, in creating real impact on the ground. To help us dive deeper into the work, we are joined today by the lovely ladies, Anna and Mashal. Welcome. Let's start by looking at the bigger picture of the project. When you think about the communities this project has reached in rural Jordan, is there any moment or story that really stands out to you? Something that shows why this kind of livelihood support actually matters in people's daily lives?
I can start. Hi, hello again, and thank you for having me here today. It's really an honor. I would say that generally this project is a strong one and an innovative one in the way that it connects not only the agriculture trainings, but also promotes the market linkages and also strengthening the whole economic, let's say, opportunities for the beneficiaries in a very different ways. And it also includes the climate smart practices in agriculture. And it's closely related to the Jordanian particular context, in which water scarcity is, of course, one of them. So I think the story that really marks me is about the small farmers who have had the opportunity to benefit of several kinds of activities on different levels. Yeah. The project lasted for 3 years, so we really could be with the people for all of this time and see the impact.
Thank you for sharing that. Actually, it is really amazing. Moving on to the community level, I also want to look at how this kind of work actually comes together behind the scenes. As you were working on this project, was there any moment where you really felt that the partnership between different organizations made a difference? Maybe a challenge you had to solve together or something that only worked because of that collaboration?
So on my side, I would like to thank Michelle Palm from Acted, who was our coordinator during this project. So she was really able to connect everyone together for the preparation of the project and along the project. So from my side, you know, I think Mashal is able to provide a little bit more information.
Would you like to share, Mashal?
Yeah, of course. It's a very important point that you shed light on, Futun. And from our side as a project implementer, we see this point was the successful key to achieve all the project activities. 7 implementer partners sharing the same goal, same target to be achieved in different levels. In general, it was like a challenge. But when we have worked together under a proper leadership from Acted, as mentioned by Anna, we see the successful result afterward. So we have met frequently, have direct communication channels between each of us, and we shared our experience and knowledge regarding the agricultural sector in Jordan. As you know, and as a project have mentioned before, this project tackled several governorates. Mm-hmm. That means that we need a big infrastructure to move along, such as the CPOs, the agricultural organizations, the farmers themselves. So all these 7 partners have worked together to make and achieve what the project is seeking to perform.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Now shifting to the beneficiaries, I'd like to get both of your perspectives here. Have you come across any particular stories from the beneficiaries, maybe a woman or a young person, that really stayed with you and showed you and shows the kind of change that this project has created?
So here, I think that the ones that are going to stay with me is for sure the activities related to countering child labor in the agricultural sector. As you may know, agricultural sector in Jordan is unfortunately the most informal one. This is where you would find people who are less informed about their working rights and who are really struggling day by day to maximize their capacity, let's say. So of course there is a link with the child labor here, and Terre des Hommes, TDH, was the key partner with also Phoenix on this project to tackle this subject. And during the numerous field visits that I had the chance to attend during my mission here, I was able to meet with the kids and to really listen to their stories. What really remarks me is the maturity of these children who are understanding the economic difficulties of their families and who are understanding really their role, and they understand that going to the school is actually an opportunity. It's not just given. So yeah, that will for sure stays with me, and I'm really glad that with this project was able to tackle this.
And if you allow me, I would like also share like story that remarked in my mind regarding what RCN have performed during this project. As I would like to mention that RSN have made the skill mapping for the agri-workers and even for the small farmers in order to develop the capacity building program to enhance their technical capacity building and their entrepreneur skills and the business skills. And therefore, they have attended several trainings, such as the handcrafted trainings, ecotourism trainings, technical, and it was specifically for the agri-workers' knowledge based on the skill mapping assessment and the small farmers. When we come to the market linkages activity, we saw how these agri-workers and small farmers have enriched their skills regarding the business development. So during the project lifetime, they have built and developed their business and had a chance to link directly with the customer. So many of the agri-workers, while they have participated in the Grow Bazaar, they informed us this is the first time that we had a chance to sell our product directly to the customer, see and watch the customer facial expression, if they like the product, or they ask for another needs from other products. So they built like a direct relationship with the customer, and we hope that this connection would sustain their marketing. So we see from the market linkages activities that have been done through the projects, either from the Olive Bazaar or from the Grow Bazaar or other job fairs that had been performed by other implementer partners, that how important is to link the target beneficiary, whom are the agri-workers and small farmers, directly with the end line, with the customer, with the employer, and with all the people that could support their economical
I would
side.
like to follow up, to make a follow-up question to that, to Ms. Masha'ad. How has the Royal Society for the Conservation of Nature contributed through the GrowEconomy project to supporting beneficiaries from skills mapping and capacity building to strengthening market linkages and sustainable livelihood opportunities in Jordan?
RCN team understand the context of the vulnerable Jordanian and Syrian refugees. So we understand how to perform the skill mapping without affecting adversely to their community. That's why we have introduced the gender lens during our skill mapping activity. Not at this stage we have focused on the gender lens, we also focused during the capacity building program. We made the capacity building program suitable for the women who has children at home. From the time frame and from the location itself, we have tried always to provide the capacity building venue with a kids area, or even the trainers have the capacity to perform the training in presence of kids or children. So we took all these if you can call it challenge, into account to make it successful and deliver the trainings for both male and female from the agricultural sector. Afterward, we have mapped the importance or the method for the skill, the market linkages activity. Therefore, we have renovated an area at the headquarter building for the RSCN to conduct a grow bazaar and allow for the agri workers to come and participate in this bazaar. That's why, if you allow me, I would like to thank AFD represented by Anna for this generous fund, and also for this support that you have continuously assessed any changes in the activity or any upcoming challenges, both AFD side and from ACTED side.
Anna, would you like to add anything to the answer?
Yeah, thank you. I would like to add some words. So yeah, for sure, it's a collective work. It's a teamwork. With also our internal challenges. Yeah, I would like also to add the fact that yes, for sure, women economic empowerment was central in this project. It's one of the commitments that AFD has on most of their projects around the world. And regarding the market events, for sure, that was one of the direct impacts on the income of the beneficiaries. They actually reported that there is 86% of strong customer demand during the market events organized within this project. And also, I would like to emphasize that 144 formal agreements were signed between the smallholder farmers and the post-harvest value chain actors, and this is a long-term impact of this project. Yeah, actually 63% meant even exceeded their sales target. So for sure, this is a direct impact.
Great, amazing. Last but not least, looking back at the whole experience, was there anything that really taught you a lesson about what makes a project like this really last beyond the funding and implementation phase?
So yeah, we have had the chance to have for that event His Excellency the Minister of Agriculture of Jordan, as well as His Excellency the Ambassador of France to Jordan, and Her Excellency the Ambassador of Czech Republic to Jordan. So this amazing closing event was an achievement, but as you were saying, many things are going to last. First of all, the institutional strengthening. We have collaborated in this project with the National Agriculture Research Center, NARC, which is part of the Ministry of Agriculture. And they are the central Jordanian institution who is able to make a lasting impact. For instance, we built and opened an incubator in the Maru Research Center. They already had a good basis, but we've been able to provide more space and increase the training capacity by 30%, which represents 400 additional trainees accompanied in their business activities in the agricultural sector. Then there is, of course, the strengthening of the local systems. 12 community-based organizations improved their governance, planning, and service delivery capacity. And these new competencies are for sure going to stay with them. There is many numbers on this project, you can imagine, 3 years of implementation. But I would also like to say a last word. We have been able to train about 1,500 agricultural laborers and small farmers in market access, business activities development, and of course agriculture smart practices. And for sure this is something that's going to also stay with them.
I would like to add for what Anna's have just mentioned, the communication platform that have been developed within the project, within the national dialogue. So we bring all the stakeholders together on the same table. We open communication channels between them. So we believe that these communication channels will last beyond the project and allow them to talk together, share knowledge, needs, and experience to develop the economical level of the agricultural sector in Jordan. Yeah.
Thank you, ladies, so much for this amazing conversation, and thank you for being with us here today. We appreciate you both for contributing to this amazing conversation and for sharing your beautiful experiences and insights. That brings us to the end of this episode. Thanks for tuning in.